Hi everyone, happy Friday. I forgot to tell you all that these ETL videos that go on my tube are no longer shot on my iPhone. I actually got a document camera, so let me know if this is better or worse, and I will adjust accordingly. Okay guys, so today's a great day because we're reviewing everything we've been doing regarding linear functions, and all this stuff is going to make up a huge part of your second common assessment, which you will take on December 14th. So the first thing we're going to do is sketch the graphs of each line. So remember, if I'm given an equation, make sure it's in slope-intercept form, which is y equals mx plus b. Then I can go ahead, plot my y-intercept, which is -4, use my slope, which is positive 1/4, to create my line. So b is -4, and then I go up 1 over 1, 2, 3, 4. I could also go down 1 over 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so there I go. That is, oopsie, just like this. Make sure it's a straight line. Okay, so this is the line for this graph. My apologies that I messed up a little bit. Now go ahead and try number 22. Number 23, guys, is a little bit different, as well as 24. So you're given the x-intercept and the y-intercept. So we talk about the y-intercept a lot, and that is where the graph of the line crosses the y-axis. The x-intercept is where it crosses the x-axis. So here they both have to be -2. So now, guys, what I can do to make more points is just go ahead, I'm going to find my slope. So slope is equal to rise over run. And then for this graph, I'm going down 2, and I'm going over 2. And I know that it's negative. So -2 over 2 is the same as -1. So another point, I could go down 1 over 1, down 1 over 1, etc. All of these are points on this graph. Now go ahead and try 24. Try to make at least 4 points. Now 25 and 26 are a little bit different because they are not in slope-intercept form. I don't know what my slope is. I don't know what my y-intercept is unless I put it in slope-intercept form. So I'm going to start by rewriting my equation. And then I'm going to subtract 3x from both sides. And I get 4y equals -3x minus 12. And then I'm going to divide each side by 4. I'm left with y equals -3/4 x minus 3. So this is my equation in slope-intercept form. My y-intercept is -3. My slope is -3/4. So y-intercept is -3. Y-intercept -3/4. So I go up 3. 1, 2, 3 over 1, 2, 3, 4. I can go down 3. 1, 2, 3 over 1, 2, 3, 4. I go ahead, connect my points, and that's the graph of this line. So go ahead and try 26. Okay. The next thing you have to do is just a review of slope. So to find the slope of each line, when I'm given a graph, I got to think rise over run. So I'm going to I have 2 points here that are already given to me. I go up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and I go over 1, 2, 3, 4. This is a positive slope because it's going like this, so my slope would just be 9/4. Okay, for number two, I'm going to do the same thing, but I already know that this is a negative slope. So when I get my final answer for slope, it needs to be negative. So I'm going to count my rise over run. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Negative 7 over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So my slope of this line is negative 7 over 6. 3 and 4 are exactly the same. Go ahead and try 3 and 4 now. Five through 8, these equations are in slope-intercept form. So I just need to know that the slope is right before the x. It's what's being multiplied with our x. So here my slope is negative 5/4. Here it's negative 1/2. You should be able to do the other two by yourself. Go ahead and do that now. Now when I have a pair of points, I need to use y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1 to find out my slope. So I have 7 minus negative 6. Not 7 minus 6. This isn't a 6, it's a negative 6. Over negative 11 minus 17. 7 minus negative 6 is positive 13. Over negative 11, take away 17, I'm basically adding 17 negatives to these 11 negatives, and I get negative 28. So the slope of this line is negative 13 over 28. Number 10. I'm going to label my x1, y1, my x2, y2. And then I know I'm going to do y2 negative 5 minus y1, which is 4, over negative 4, which is my x2, minus 3. Negative 5 minus 4 is negative 9, over negative 4 minus 3 is negative 7. Okay, I have two negatives here, so that actually makes my slope a positive 9/7. Now 11 and 12, go ahead and try on your own. For number 13 and 14, if you see the word parallel, you need to write same slope. Because lines that are parallel have the same slope. So I just have to look at this, and I know that a parallel line will still have a slope of 2/3. Number 14, go ahead and try it. What is the slope of a parallel line to this line? Yep, if you put 9/5, you are absolutely correct. Now, perpendicular is a little bit different. The product of lines that have perpendicular, the product of their slopes equals -1. So, once again, perpendicular, the product of this slope and the other line slope will equal -1. So I need to figure out what number times -1/2 will give me -1. So basically what I do, I know that it has to get a negative when I multiply. If I already have a negative, this has to be positive. And if I know if I put +2/1, well, 1 times 2, I get -2. 2 times 1 is 2. -2 divided by 2 is -1. So the slope of a perpendicular line would be 2/1. For this one, the slope is -1. What number times -1 will give me -1? That answer is 1. So the slope of a line perpendicular to this one would just be 1. 17 through 20 is review. You should be able to do that. As well as this page right here. You're finding slope, you're finding y-intercept. Make sure if it's not in slope-intercept form, you move it as such. Thank you for your hard work this week. Anything you don't finish today, you can do next week, and it'll be a great way for you to prepare for your CA. Thank you. Bye.